This episode is brought to you by IKEA. They believe anyone can be a morning person, even me, a decidedly mid-afternoon person. IKEA has easy-to-organize dressers, wardrobes you can customize, and mattresses that are good to your back and your bank. So you see, anyone can be a morning person, even me, afternoon guy. Be the morning person you're not, and visit IKEA or IKEA-USA.com and get your bedroom organized. IKEA, make the dream yours.
Open your hearts and loosen your butts. It's time for Couples Therapy.
Yeah, this podcast is Andy and Naomi's, where they can both laugh and hang with all their homies, talking excellent vacationing with brunches and cuddling, to messy situationships and conscious and coupling, from Netflix hookups to singledom with some Hulu, tech, sex, regrets, or feeling on your new jubu. They gon' talk about it, yeah, you are invited, needing therapy, I guarantee, baby, we got it.
It's couples therapy. Couples therapy.
Hey! Welcome to Couples Therapy. My name is Andy.
And I'm Naomi.
And we are two comedians. We are lovers. We are engaged. And on Couples Therapy, what we do is we bring you the best sets from our live show, where we have stand-ups do sets together about their relationship. And then we talk a little. Hey, what's up, love? We haven't seen each other all day. This is almost really our genuinely first interaction of the day.
I know, we're not faking it. I recently started a new job, so I am up and out the house before Andy even gets up. And now we're seeing each other right here, right now, end of the day.
Well, to be fair, I sleep a little later because I'm also up later taking care of the cats.
Andy, you don't have to justify anything to me or to the listeners. They don't know what time I wake up. I could be coal mining, okay? I could be out the door at 6:35 a.m.
That is true. You did ask your agent. You're like, I am sick of these writing and acting jobs. Can you get me? I hear coal's coming back. Can you get me a job in a coal mine?
I'm trying to stay humble. So, how you doing today? Where are you at emotionally?
I am at the very moment confused emotionally.
Confused?
Yeah, I don't know what to. The emotions are happening at a rate of 1 per second, so I don't know what to.
You're like pubescent right now.
Yeah.
Your body is changing. Your brain can't keep up.
Yeah, so yes, I have emotional growing pains. My emotional testicles hurt.
My emotional testicles.
Okay, so I'm coming into the How Stuff Works office building.
Yep.
And there is a couple that is leaving, but it's really just a girl. She's like saying bye to her boyfriend, it looked like. And then I thought she was coming back, so I held the elevator for her. Mm-hmm. And she's walking past, and she walks past the elevator, but then sees me holding it for her, and then goes into the elevator. Now, and against all my better judgment, I never talk to strangers. I barely talk to people that I enjoy talking to.
That's true, myself included. I could attest.
I don't like having to manufacture conversation or anything like that. But like, I don't know. I was in I wasn't thinking, and so I said something to her. I was like, she's like small. I would say like smaller than me.
Okay.
Black girl, glasses, like hip looking.
Hip looking, yeah.
And I said something. I'm like, were you going to the mailroom? I don't know why I decided to ask this. Yeah. Again, she walked past, but then like decided jump back in the elevator, and because I started to feel this is all manufactured in my brain that I polited her into taking the elevator and skipping. Because sometimes, again, just to avoid having to like talk to people or at all, if someone holds a door for me, even if I'm not going into that place, I will sometimes go in that door.
Wait, you will walk into doors that you do not want to walk into to be nice.
Again, this is all programmed from my parents, where the idea of someone's like nice gesture not ending in just a pleasant interaction,
right,
just fills me with anxiety.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
again, before therapy, just very conflict
There's
averse.
a lot happening.
If like my friends in high school didn't like Fugazi or whatever, I would just politely laugh, as opposed to being like, you guys like fucking Iron Maiden, fuck off.
You know I don't understand this argument, but I really wish you could have stood your Fugazi ground.
Yes. Instead, just they're like, this sucks. I'm like,
So then
I don't know. Yeah,
you
anyway.
asked her.
So yeah, and then it was just like, again, I've created this all in my mind. That she was like, oh no, I was just going to the, like, she was pleasant. She understood what I was saying. I wasn't like being weird or awkward.
Yeah.
I was just saying, oh, I thought it looked like you were going somewhere, and then I politely, she's like, no, I was going to take the stairs. And then I'm like, I saw the elevator. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that instead.
Oh, good. You had a
Yeah.
moment.
Yes, but then she's like, gotta go. Like her floor opened up, and she's like, gotta go. And in my mind, she was like crawling out of her skin, talking to me, and she's like, I gotta get out of this this fucking Dahmer of a white man.
You didn't even try to eat her flesh. I mean,
I would never.
it's so crazy. Well, of course, it's so funny because we basically take turns being crazy. Because, like, right now I'm pretty mellow, so I can hear the story and go, oh, that was crazy. But to be fair, last night you and I both had the same argument in our brain with somebody separately. We literally manufactured that this person would be mad at us because we're doing couples therapy live in New York.
I think this will already be out by the time that's done. If not, September 17th at Union Hall.
But we had a really hard time finding female comics to do the show. We were asking everybody and no one was rolling up. And so the lineup as it stands right now, we're still finding people, but it was like looking very male. And then I was afraid that somebody would be like, oh, you don't support women. And it was like, who is this imaginary person? Why have I already started an argument
yes.
and then prepared to defend myself? In my head, it was a Twitter argument.
Yeah.
I need you to know that that's now how I envision.
Both of us thought the same separately. We're
Right.
both mentally ill in this way.
Right. And so we like literally had the same argument in our head. So, I'm sitting here hearing this story thinking, this girl cray. And then I have to remember, I'm this girl. And so, you know what? I just want to take your hand across the table and
We're
say,
physically holding hands now.
I like that you narrated it.
Well, I can't see. What if they're like, they're not really holding hands?
See, you did it again. You created an adversary in your mind. And I just want you to be free. Okay?
Is that not our lives, combating mental adversaries constantly?
I feel like we're one step closer to clarity and clarity and cleansing. And you guys, we now want to bring you one step closer to clarity, cleansing, and chuckles. God, I was going for alliteration, but I couldn't get it.
Comedy.
Thank you. One step closer to cleansing. One step closer to clarity, cleansing, and comedy. Our first set we want to bring to you is from two of our favorite comics, Sashir Zamata and Nicole Byer. They are actors, improvisers, and best friends who met at the UCB Theater in New York. Sashir is best known for her work as a cast member on Saturday Night Live and her comedy special Pizza Man, which came out last year. Other credits include Inside Amy Schumer, I Feel Pretty, and her monthly show, Sashir Zamata's Party Time. Nicole Byer is the star of the show Loosely Exactly Nicole, and she currently hosts Nailed It, a baking competition on Netflix, which I love. She was a staple on MTV's Girl Code, and she's voiced characters on shows like BoJack, Family Guy, Animals on HBO. Basically, these girls got it, all right? And now you about to get it in your ears. Give it up for Sashir and Nicole.
Roll it.
Hi, this is Nicole Byer.
That's a sheer.
You only know my first name?
Sometimes I don't trust myself to say it right.
Say it.
Don't do this to me.
Tell me what.
Zamata.
Okay. You did get it right.
Sometimes, actually, I don't know the last time I got it wrong, but it did take me a long time to learn how to say it because I saved you in my phone as something not your name. So then every time I looked at it, I was like, she says something different. But I've written down something different.
You can't remember how you spelled it?
Nah, there's a lot of vowels.
Yeah.
But you only got 2 vowels.
Wait. Wait. Which vowel?
An A and an E. There's 2 E's.
Oh, yes,
I'm not
but
counting
they
the
happen
E
multiple
twice.
times.
Yes, but
Okay.
like, if you have a bunch of red M&Ms and a bunch of green M&Ms, you only have 2 colors.
You are correct. Yeah.
I feel good. We didn't plan anything.
No. But that's okay.
It is okay. What should we talk about? Well, you had to get a drink for me at the bar because I shut down and couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's very strange because Nicole's very boisterous and outgoing.
And I love fights.
she loves
I will fight anybody
starting
at
and
the
ending
airport.
fights.
Ooh, get me at the airport. If you stand in front of the priority line, but you not priority, you gonna hear my mouth. Why are you standing there?
We were leaving.
Cancun.
Yes, we were leaving Cancun, and you were first. I was not.
Yes,
And
goodbye. I love watching a
she
friend walk
leaves-
to the back.
Leaves her friends.
It's one of my favorite things to be like, toodaloo, bitch.
So we're like chatting in the line, and they're like, "We'll now seat our premiere class," and she's like, "Bye," and then like mid sentence, like, "I don't care what you're saying. I have to go." And there was this, not a family.
It was a man.
just- definitely one man talking to maybe another man, and
Just
in the way,
standing there.
which is horrible. When there's like the little, what is that called? Not turnstile.
no,
the
it's just
rope?
a little ropey thing.
Yeah, and they're just like standing, like hovering, waiting for
Yes.
zone 3, and then and it's like, get out of the
Yes.
way. And so Nicole goes, and just like pushes
I love
past.
to breathe heavily when I'm mad. Just so you can hear me take up space.
And I'm watching this from behind, and the man goes, "Wow," and Nicole goes, "Fuck you!" Just get out of the way! Fuck you! And then later's like, "I don't know why people keep wanting to fight with me," and I'm like, "You went to a 10 immediately."
He needed to know he was wrong. Who else was going to tell him that he was wrong? He was proudly standing there in my fucking way. I needed to sit down and have a vodka soda and tee-hee-hee at everyone in the back.
You're right. You're a vigilante.
Yes.
You're really doing God's work.
But I can't order a drink at the bar.
Oh yeah, truly minutes ago. So when you're a performer, you get a drink ticket. Nicole came later in the show, didn't have a drink ticket,
No.
and I was like, "Tell them you're a performer,
I
you get a free
couldn't.
drink." And she's like, "No!" And just threw her money at the bartender.
Well, because I didn't want him to be like, "You're not a performer." And then I go, "I'm not a performer." I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think anyone would believe that you're not a performer.
What do you mean? I guess I am just loud all the time.
This is like an 80s stand-up comedian outfit.
The thing about airplanes is,
It's like
right.
Ellen on her first
whatever,
Carson.
you too.
Yeah, I know.
Ever. We both look stupid at all times,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
What's another fight I got into with you?
With me?
There was that boy in Costa Rica who like kept talking to us, and I kept
Oh
being
my
like,
God.
"You're stupid."
Yeah, there was this
And
boy
then he
who was
just,
like
like,
flirting
loved
hardcore. And it was like our last night, and we had been like not even conspiring, because he was flirting. We're like, she's gonna
I
make
was
out
like,
with him.
I'm gonna fuck him.
Well, yes, okay.
Let's
I was
get
hoping to
real.
make out, and she's like, I'm gonna
wanted
fuck.
full penetration.
And then we were like at this bar, and he kept wanting to get shots, and everyone's like,
Yes,
we're
like, we're
adults,
fine.
like we're okay.
And then we had also eaten like weed, and then we had licked some Molly.
Yeah.
And we go hard.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then he like wouldn't make out with me. Like he just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I spent most of the night screaming at the back of his head, "What's wrong with you?
Yeah, he'd be like talking to a girl
Why
over here,
won't
like,
you
"Yeah,
kiss
okay.
me? All I want is you to kiss me." But it was like so
It's very
loud,
funny.
he couldn't hear it. She was just giggling.
I was laughing my ass off. It was very funny. And then we were like, and we also always stay in romantic hotels. Not on purpose, because we're just like, this is pretty. And then we get there, and it's like, there's no door on the bathroom?
Which I don't understand. Like, I'm not in a relationship. Do you like to watch your boyfriend shit?
No.
Then why are honeymoon places designed like
I
that?
don't know. They're just like,
There
we'll
was
be like,
no fucking ceiling.
Yeah.
I had to shit that one day, and I said, "Get out!"
she screamed at me, and I had to leave.
Well, it was bad.
Yeah.
You don't want to listen to that. You don't want to listen to your best friend take a shit. Like, why would you want to listen to your husband take a shit?
No.
I'd be like, why did I get married? I gotta listen to this for the rest of my
For
fucking
this?
life.
Also, the shower, like, there was just a glass window. Like, there was like a little pool, private pool area.
A plunge pool.
A plunge pool in our hotel, and so like if you're in the pool and you look over, you get to see whoever's showering.
Yeah, and that's not sexy to watch your husband just be like
Yeah,
it was not cute.
not cute.
So I would shower and scream at you to not look at me.
Yeah, and I have to go like look, like turn around and look at trees or
I
something.
don't want you to see my body.
But please,
No.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get you one day.
You probably will. I don't know why you want to see it so bad.
You showed your titties to somebody, and I was
I
so
showed
upset.
my full ass pussy to John.
Her roommate.
Well, I'll explain why. It's because I kept threatening to show it to him, and then and then he finally like called me on my bluff, and he's like, "You won't show it." And I was like, "Oh, you're right." He's like, "I knew it." And I was like, "You knew what?" He was very upset for days.
Meanwhile, I'm begging you for years to show me anything.
No, you can't have it.
Fine.
No. Like, our relationship might change if you see a titty.
You. How will it change? You'll go fall in love?
No, you'll just, like, see my face and think of a titty.
That's no.
That's not how that works.
No. No.
Every man I've seen naked, I'm like, I know what you got.
I guess.
So, yes, you'll think of it. You'll be like, I know them titties.
Not every time. I look at Kenny's face and I'm not like, that dick.
You're not? Then maybe you're not in love. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Dump him. Date me. No, I'm kidding. We couldn't date. I'm afraid of your titties.
You're afraid of them?
They're very big. What if they kill me? What if you roll over one night and
Smother
you kill me?
So you think that I would be sleeping up here, like that my head would be so far above yours?
Well, you know I scurry in my sleep.
That's true. You move around a lot.
I roll, I moan.
Yeah.
She discovered I moan in my sleep.
And by discover, I listened. I was awake.
I discovered you can't close your eyes.
I know. This is true.
When she sleeps, her eyes flutter and you can see the whites of her eyes. Because one night she was like, why do you constantly talk to me when I'm sleeping? And I'm like, because I never know when you're sleeping. So then I was like, close your eyes. And then she couldn't do it. And I was like, you're a fucking mutant.
Truly, like, went to adulthood. No one ever told me that.
No.
We were on a plane together and you were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm sleeping. You're like, no, you're not.
It's so bizarre. And then Kenny confirmed it for me. He's like, yeah, that bitch never closes her eyes.
Yeah, it was like months into the relationship, and I was like, oh, Nicole told me this weird thing a long time ago. She said I can't close my eyes. Have you noticed that? And he's like, yeah, I sleep in fear every night.
I mean, I guess that's love that people tolerate that about you.
Yeah, thanks.
Like, I start fights, but you look undead when
Yeah.
you're sleeping.
But you're moaning, so she'll go to sleep and like, I get, it sounds like she's having a great dream because she's like, and I'm like, stop. Like, I don't want to wake you up. I'm just like, roll over or something. I don't know what's happening.
Sorry. When I fall asleep on flights, the flight attendant, since you've told me this, now I understand why they say it. They go, you had a good sleep, didn't you? And I'm like, am I just like moaning on this plane?
She's like, yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm single.
They're like, she's good all by herself. What am I here for?
I'm an independent woman. I'll come by myself. Let's see, what else?
This is true.
I do this thing. So Sashira used to live in New York. She's come to LA. What a dream. What a treat for everyone. The day before I would see her, I would make her do a friendship fast where she wasn't allowed to contact me.
It's torture.
And I wouldn't call or contact her. And if she contacted me, I'd be like, friendship fast! Because I got worried that we would have nothing to talk about if we talked the day before we saw each other. And then we would just stare at each other and be like, oh no.
Which has never happened before.
No, but I really like it, and I think you should all use friendship fasts. And then there's friendship famine.
And what's the difference?
Friendship famine is just more than a day. Because
Yeah.
the famine's more severe, you know?
But we've never had that issue because, like, when we were living together in New York, or not together, but at the same time in New York, we would see each other for hours throughout the day because we were either at the same auditions together because they're like there's only 5 black women in comedy.
Better call
You'll
them
all
all
come to the
in.
same audition. And then we would like get lunch, and then I'd have a class. You worked at UCB. We'd rehearse together or go to a show together, get dinner, and then go to our separate homes and call each other and keep talking.
Yeah, it's wild. We've spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Then I forced you to get a matching tattoo with me.
I don't know if you forced me though.
I was like, we're getting it tonight. And you're like, okay.
yeah, but I was down for it.
Were you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't down for it.
You're right. You're not easily swayed. So I don't like this girl. And
Not me, some other girl.
No, some other girl. I check her Instagram all the time with my secret Instagram account named Lerbertha.
It's also Lerbertha with an R. Lerbertha.
Lerbertha. And I like send her the things I don't like and she won't accept it.
I blocked you.
You blocked me?
I blocked you today.
You blocked
I did
Lerbertha?
block you. I did block Lerbertha.
I'm devastated.
Whoops.
Well, then I'm gonna come up with somebody else. She'll be a Subertha. I don't know.
No, if you send
Did
me
you
stuff,
really block
I
me?
did block you.
I'm devastated. I truly cannot
Because
handle.
it's just an account so you can shit talk this one person. And I don't want that negativity in my life.
But I want to serve it to you. I want you to shit on her with me. She's
I won't.
stupid.
I literally have
She's done
nothing against her.
to me, but she's dumb. She's so dumb.
No.
Come
no
on,
thanks.
get on the LaBertha train.
No. And that's like another weird thing where it's like she wants me to support these vendettas that are not, they're not like reciprocated at all. You've had many enemies where you're like, that person's my enemy. And I'm like, do you even know what they did to you? And she's like,
Just because I can't remember doesn't mean they're not my enemy. There's that guy from UCB who I can't even remember his name. He's number 1. Number 2 is the server at Giordano's in Chicago. And then number 3 is this bitch that I don't like. What did that server do to me? Oh.
what did he do? I don't remember this.
He said he didn't have club soda, but he did. And he brought it so late in my meal. And I was with my sister, and I was like, I will not stand for this. He's on my list. And she was like, what number? And I was like, 2. And then I brought it up every time I went to Chicago.
There are also multiple places that we had to stop eating because you would get in a fight. Like, we were at Triple Crown in New York, and you wanted just a side of chicken, which is not
easy.
on the menu. But
it's easy.
Wanted to
You just
request
give me some
a
chicken.
side of chicken.
Just find some loose chicken and
And
give
they-
it to me.
They charged you for a chicken meal.
I didn't have the whole meal.
And she was like, I need to talk to the manager. And the manager, and it's just like some guy who's not getting paid enough money. And he's just like, yeah. And she's like, I wanted a side of chicken. And you guys charged me for a full meal. And
Charge me $5. What about the time I threw bacon against the wall?
I was going to bring it up. We were at this other restaurant. And there was some sort of like the restaurant was doing weird shit anyway. They had a deconstructed salad.
Smithfield. I think it's closed.
It's closed, yeah. But it was like a wedge of lettuce with like bacon on top of it, and like
you had to cut it
you
up.
do it yourself basically. and so she ordered that, and sometimes they would switch it up, and I don't know if that was a different chef.
Sometimes you would get bacon lardons, which are just cubed bacon.
Right.
Sometimes you would get strips of bacon, and I specified I wanted strips of bacon.
And they gave her cubes, and then they sent it. You sent it back,
Uh-huh.
and they came back and they brought it.
They brought like cubes, but in a slab.
It was like a huge slab, like
And I did
what they
not-
would have cut up in
I
cubes.
did not want that.
So she goes, "This is not what I wanted," and she picked it up and goes, and threw it against the wall, and it like stuck and slid down. And this is early in our friendship too, and I was sitting there like,
It was dead silent, and then I just like started cutting the salad up. And then we ate in silence for a little bit, and then I went, "That was crazy, right?"
I was like, yes, it was. I'm glad you know.
And then you decided to stay my friend, so you're the insane one.
Yeah, crazy loves crazy. That's
Yeah.
our friendship.
That's it.
What's up, guys? We wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Warby Parker Eyewear. Andy and I both wear glasses. In fact, we have the same prescription. Isn't that so romantic?
It's going to be in our vows. And over the years, we probably spent thousands of dollars on glasses, and we're sick of it.
Which is why we love Warby Parker. They know a pair of glasses shouldn't cost as much as a damn iPhone.
Yeah, Warby Parker's glasses start at just $95, which includes frames, lenses, and anti-glare and anti-scratch coatings. And for every pair you buy, they distribute a pair to someone in need. So when you take care of your eyes, you help someone else take care of theirs.
Get your life! As lifelong glasses wearers, Andy and I know they're an extension of your personality. I mean, they're the first things people see when they look at your face. And with Warby Parker's free home try-on program, you get 5 frames sent to your door to test out. Or if you're me, obsess over.
I tried on some frames when we had friends over, and I was faced with some really hard truths about my face shape that I was glad took place in the comfort of my home. And when I figured out which frames best obscured my hideous visage, all I had to do was order them online. It was easier than making a pasta dinner with all the trimmings.
And by trimmings, he means sauce. Head to warbyparker.com/couples to order your free home try-ons today. And when you're done, send them back in the prepaid return label. That's warbyparker.com/couples. And if you want everyone to weigh in on your new specs and find the right frames for you, download the Warby Parker app in the iTunes store. Welcome back, you guys. How are you? Are you still with us? Are you doing well?
Where are your hearts?
I hope so.
Tweet at us at Naomi and Andy. Tell us where your hearts are.
In this very moment in your listening experience.
I'll know what it's about.
Yeah, you
Whenever
will.
this comes out, if I start getting added with, I'm feeling fun. I'm feeling horny. What do kids feel these days? Horny?
Fun and horny. Those are your 2 kid options. All right, darling.
So that set from Sashir Nicole was from our August live show here in Los Angeles at the Virgil. And we thought we would play you our set from that same show. We start off every show with Naomi and I talking to the audience, you know, doing the same kind of thing here in studio, but in front of people, getting direct feedback, instant gratification. And this set, well, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
So why don't we just play it for everyone, and then we'll see you guys on the other side of the sweet, sweet commercials. So here you go, our set from the August show. Roll it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Check. Hello, microphone. Hey.
Hello,
everyone.
microphone checking.
Welcome to couples therapy. The category is comedic couple whimsy.
Oh, we've been watching Pose. Can you tell? Our house is all categories all the time.
We want relationship realness. That's my best pray tell.
Oh, you try your best.
Guys, welcome to couples therapy. My name is Andy.
I'm Naomi. We are betrothed. What you want to talk about?
I want to talk about crying.
Yes, preach on it, sister. I will say that crying, the decision to talk about crying was informed by us watching Pose. Because Pose really brought up tears for us as a couple. Happy tears, sad tears, like all the emotions. You know what I mean? Like I was like, Damon is getting out of his own way. Like that's the kind of stuff that will make me cry. Somebody just stepping into their power.
Quick question. How many people here have seen Pose? Yes!
Excellent.
Oh, so excited. Yes. Okay, guys, in episode 6, pray tell.
Don't do spoilers.
Let's just say
Thank you.
they sing a song, pray tell, and Blanca
Yes.
sing a song at a place
Yep. That's great.
from a musical.
Always.
No spoilers at all.
Yeah.
And Naomi and I are sitting on the couch, and just tears, just a little, like little tears coming out of the sides of our eyes.
And I mean, the big deal, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, who doesn't cry watching stuff? That's not the thing. But it's more like Andy crying. I'll put my phone down. I ain't getting any calls. It's like Andy crying, like at a like that's new. This is like a level. We've been together 2 terms, and I'm just starting to see it glisten. I'm just starting to get a glisten out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And it is moving me.
Well, here's the thing. I was raised in an emotional veal pen, which means I'm very tender.
Okay.
Too tender, some might say. And that as a child, I was served up on a platter for a bunch of assholes.
Right. Suburban Pennsylvania.
As a kid, I would cry at the drop of a hat. And I mean that literally, because my babysitter had brought me a really cool hat from England. And every time a bully would pull it off my head, I would just cry.
Wait, can we talk about your cool hat from England?
Yeah, sure.
What was this cool English hat?
It was a newsy cap with the Union Jack on it.
Oh my God, no wonder they took it from you. No wonder bullies grabbed that from you.
100%. I'm not really on their side, but I get it. I understand where they're coming from.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't have done that. But as a bystander, I might have been like, kind of deserved it.
You were delicate.
Yeah. But as a kid, I would cry all the time. But then I got, and I don't know if maybe you guys identify with this. Do you guys have like a dude bro, like a cultural dude bro voice in your head? Like,
Everybody here is free from the shackles. They all fucking living they truth.
Like, there's a voice in my head, like the kind of guy who, you know, when he sees the number 69 goes, nice. Or like, just, okay, so you know what I'm talking about? Like, he, like, in the middle of conversations, like, apropos of nothing, will just say, and twins.
They don't know that one as well. They don't know that reference as well.
Or like the kind of guy who will, you know, chug a 24-pack of Miller Lite and then crashes Ford F-150 into a tree. You know that kind of guy? That's the voice in my head.
Wow. I'm so glad you've kept that in your head and not ever brought that voice out into the real world.
Yeah, anytime when I was a kid, I would cry, it would just like yell at me, stop.
And so then you just like shut it down.
Yeah, totally. Shut down.
Shut it down.
Everything shut down. I became. Ugh.
See, I don't know that life. Like I fucking cry the way people go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? 3 to fucking 5 times a week for heart health. Just sob for your constitution. You know? I just like do it all the time, and so I like don't get. That's why it's like good to see that like now you're having a feeling, you're letting it out.
I cried in public once.
Ooh, do tell.
In my adult life.
Do tell. I wasn't here for this.
No. It's public, but it was like no one was around. Like outside of grief. Like obviously I've cried at like you know, grieving things. But like I used to have a day job at NYU, and I had a boss there, like a older white woman who
A white woman. Why aren't you pronouncing the H like we do at home?
I thought that was just like a for-home thing. Like me calling you girl or something, like girl.
Oh,
I didn't realize that's a thing I could do in public.
Oh, I love when you call me girl because it's like I've trained him. You know what I mean? I've adjusted his DNA with just a touch of Jack Harry.
Like I go girl, and you feed me a mozzarella stick.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. I'm trying to think of how to describe this older white woman. She's the kind of person who, if she saw you doing stand-up, she would call the cops for like you being too loud or for stealing her sadness or something like that.
Right. Okay, I get it.
Right, a Becky with the gray hair.
Okay, this is that old boss. Okay, I think I know what boss you're talking about. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I thought I was killing it at this job, and then she brought me into her office. Not even her office, like a conference room, and she like dressed me down. And then I held it together, like, you know, the tears are like, you know, everything's like red.
When it
red
gets
hot. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then ran to the elevator, like where the freight elevator is and no one's there, and just like wept.
Oh, God, baby girl.
No punchline there, by the way.
She just got you.
How I wept.
She got you. Damn.
Yeah.
There's like nothing worse than being fucking dressed down by a boss. Because it's
by
like
this boss specifically.
Oh, really? But see, in general, for me, it's like when someone like reprimands you, it's like, you ain't my fucking mama. You know? But then a part of you is like, are you? And then that's where the tears come. Because for a minute, you're like, mommy's mad. And it is so confusing in the heart and the brain. I will say, like, you know, it's of course, like the idea of you crying, like when you say like, oh, this thing upset me or made me mad, I don't enjoy that. But I will say there's something gratifying about male tears. And I don't mean in general, it's not the like you're sad or you're hurt. It's more like you're feeling the way I feel. Like we're both up in this shit leaking. You know what I mean? We just fucking leaking and we feeling and you gotta get it out and now your nose running and now you got a crack in your voice and I'm like, welcome to my world. You know what I mean? Like it feels like we're in the same place when that happens and that's so, that's true intimacy.
But is this gonna continue? Like, am I gonna cry more and more? Am I gonna be like 60 and at the supermarket just sobbing into like the lettuce?
If they don't have the lettuce you want, maybe. That is what you open yourself up to once you cry. You know what I'm saying? He's like, will this phase end? And I'm like, bitch, it ain't a phase. It's a way of life. This is a lifestyle. Own it.
Is there, no, sorry, I was in my head and I was just like, is there like a weeping lifestyle kind of like, you know, you go onto Amazon and they have weeping lifestyle stuff. Like there's special tissues and there's like eye cream for the redness.
Oh my God, that would be so good. Like the opposite of goop, it would just be like glob. Something just sad and dark, but for everything you need. Just fleece pants mostly. What's up, guys? We wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Warby Parker eyewear. Andy and I both wear glasses. In fact, we have the same prescription. Isn't that so romantic?
It's going to be in our vows. And over the years, we probably spent thousands of dollars on glasses, and we're sick of it.
Which is why we love Warby Parker. They know a pair of glasses shouldn't cost as much as a damn iPhone.
Yeah, Warby Parker's glasses start at just $95, which includes frames, lenses, and anti-glare and anti-scratch coatings. And for every pair you buy, they distribute a pair to someone in need. So when you take care of your eyes, you help someone else take care of theirs.
Get your life. As lifelong glasses wearers, Andy and I know they're an extension of your personality. I mean, they're the first things people see when they look at your face. And with Warby Parker's free home try-on program, you get 5 frames sent to your door to test out. Or if you're me, obsess over.
I tried on some frames when we had friends over, and I was faced with some really hard truths about my face shape that I was glad took place in the comfort of my home. And when I figured out which frames best obscured my hideous visage, all I had to do was order them online. It was easier than making a pasta dinner with all the trimmings.
And by trimmings, he means sauce. Mm-hmm. Head to warbyparker.com/couples to order your free home try-ons today. And when you're done, send them back in the prepaid return label. That's warbyparker.com/couples. And if you want everyone to weigh in on your new specs and find the right frames for you, download the Warby Parker app in the iTunes store. We back from that commercial, baby girl.
I hope you bought and or listened, if it was a podcast ad, to whatever that podcast was.
Just do what the advertisers tell you.
Actually, don't. Only listen to this podcast.
Andy, that is very controlling. Okay, that is very Marky Mark and Fear, and I do not want you taking that tone with our listeners.
No, I don't want to ever be compared to Mark Wahlberg.
I know. That's why I was trying to bring it home for you. You needed to know.
Except for my muscles.
You're very silly. Listeners, he ain't got no muscles.
Hey.
Okay, we want to give you another wonderful set, also from our August show at the Virgil in Los Angeles. These 2 comics are Carl Tart and Lamar Woods. They are writers, they're comedians, and they're two members of the improv group White Women. Carl has written for Ghosted on Fox, Brockmire on IFC, and Mad TV. You've also seen him on Comedy Bang Bang, Bajillion Dollar Properties, Lethal Weapon on Fox. He out there. And Lamar has written for New Girl on Fox, Survivor's Remorse on Starz, and currently writes on Single Parents, which is on ABC.
Which I think I've seen you in, Naomi. Is that not true?
Just one hot minute. Okay, toot my horn for me. Okay, you guys, get ready for a very funny set between the very funny Carl Tart and Lamar Woods.
Roll it.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hi, my name is Carl Tart.
I'm Lamar.
And we are pretty good friends.
Yeah.
I would consider Lamar one of my best friends, yeah. Like, you know how you have different best friends over the years? Like, my high school best friend, I see him maybe once a year, but we still got inside jokes that work for some reason. And he's like one of my new best friends.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I like Carl because he's, I feel like, you know how when you move to LA and you have all the friends that you grew up with, and there's like remnants of the friends you grew up with, and you meet them out here. I feel like Carl is like an amalgamation of all those friends I grew up with in one person.
Because I still haven't changed. I'm very problematic.
Yeah, so it's a good way to.
I'm your friend on Facebook who's talking way too much about Trump. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We met like 5 years ago, and we're in a group of 6 performers, but me and him kind of started hanging out the most because nobody else in our group like wanted to hang out. Like, one guy just I don't think he likes us very much, and so he doesn't hang out.
Very silent in the group text.
Yeah,
never adds anything. So me and Carl are like, we're always like, "What you guys up to tonight?" And then it'd be like just Carl responding. I'm down, or like I'm trying to go get some chicken wings. He'll be like, I'm down.
Always
no
in
one
for
else.
chicken wings.
So,
Always in for chicken wings.
Yeah.
And but we spend so much time together that it is like become everywhere we go. I think people think that we are a gay couple, and this is very interesting because I don't know if it's like the size disparity between us. I don't know if it's
I look
like we.
I feel like I look like he got me good. Like
we
he's
be a good spoon
you gotta,
combination.
Yeah, like just snuggle up with me. Good pictures.
But we also find ourselves in situations where people think that, and rightfully so, like where anybody would think that if we walked in together, especially when I describe him, it's like, oh, my friend Lamar, you never met him? Oh, he the one with the pretty eyes.
I don't know.
Now, I'm from Mississippi originally, and we were in Austin, Texas, touring, and my cousin was there. He had just moved to Texas and started a barbecue business, and I didn't know this. Very random thing to stumble upon. Like, my mom just said, your cousin's there. He's barbecuing. I'm like, okay. I'll go eat some food. And so I texted him. We was texting all day. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down to the restaurant and stuff. And we got down there, and I introduced him to Lamar. And I'm with Lamar all the time. And, like, you never think how ignorant people are, like, when you go other places and stuff like that. So, like, my cousin's, like, looking at Lamar. I was like, yeah. What's up, man? Yeah. All right. So what you guys up to? Like, what y'all doing for work now? Yeah, we're writing and stuff. We're doing this. Cool. Yeah. And then he, like, pulls me to the side and goes, Carl, man, so you got a girlfriend? And I go, what? Why you asking me that? Like, I'm just saying, man, how old are you now? I was like, I'm 28. Oh, you ain't got a girlfriend yet? People in Mississippi, if you're not married by the time you're 14, like, something is wrong for some reason. So that was the first. I was like, oh, he thinks Lamar is my boyfriend. Why can't we just be friends?
Right. I also had a pink shirt on too.
Yeah.
And I was standing like this, but like I was like, but it's funny because it's like we're just close. And like so we go, so cut to back in LA, and again, nobody wants to hang out, so it's me and Carl, and I'm like, who wants to go to see Girls Trip, right? And and I'm like, and then Carl's like, I'm down.
Let's go see Girls Trip. I love all of those queens.
Yeah, I love all these actors.
Strong
Beautiful,
black
great
queens.
film, great movie. Go see it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Girls Trip, what's wrong with you? So we go.
It was great. The movie's great.
We laughed a ton. We met a nice couple sitting next to us who asked us how long we had been together. And, it was cool.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, you've been sitting in the movie for a long time. You go into the bathroom, and there's a big mirror in the bathroom. And I think both of us are thinking this at the same time. Photo op.
Yeah. Let's get a quick pic.
Just a quick pic. Hashtag just saw Girls Trip with my nigga.
Yeah.
Got a lot of DMs.
Your cousin's like, man, y'all, I'm really proud y'all still going strong.
Yeah. And we just like taking a mirror selfie like this.
Real proud.
Just in the bathroom at the ArcLight.
Celebrating a great film.
Yeah, was it that same night that we came?
Yeah, it was right after that.
It was right after that. We was like, well, we're not tired. We're not ready to go home yet. Let's go out.
Yeah.
And so we come here to the Virgil. As soon as we get through the door, they're like playing Everybody by Black Box. Like,
Yeah.
bum, bum,
I was like, they jamming in here tonight. Ow. Like, oh, this is my shit.
We're like, oh, man, they jamming in here.
It's lit tonight.
Yeah, and it's not empty, but it's like enough space. It's like, yeah, man, it's not like Saturday night when it be so packed up in here. Like you can't move around. Like it's got a space, and we dancing, and we see two of our friends who are queer, and they're like, "What are y'all doing here?" I go, "What you mean? We just came to the Virgil, have a drink. They jamming up in here. Like we also like eclectic music,
which is awesome.
Yeah, jock jams, things of the sort." And so we look around, and we're like, "Oh, that's why they asked us why we were here, because it's queer night."
Right.
And they just didn't think that we would come to that.
Right.
I don't know why not. Like,
yeah, like the music's popping.
Yeah.
And then so they're all like, looking at us like, oh, I didn't know you guys were like, dating.
This is great. This is great. They were so excited about it, and we had to break the news that we weren't, and we were still two fuck boys. And we are trash, trash men, straight cis het men. We are trash.
But yeah, we kicked it here for a while. It was a good night.
Then one night, we went to the shortstop, and same thing. Walked through the door. They playing like Rhythm is a Dancer or something. Another jock jam.
It was like Rhythm is a Dancer. And I was like, yo, Carl, they jamming in here tonight.
Every time they jamming, we always look at each other like,
they jamming in here tonight. Oh, they jamming tonight. I'm like, it's lit in here, baby. Oh, what's up? Let me get a drink.
Let's get drinks. Let's get the drinks popping. As soon as we get in there, like, you see a crowd, and then somebody comes over the mic and says, "What's up, bitches? The drag show will be starting in 5 minutes." And we're like, "Oh, it's happened again. We have another night of Los Angeles queer party that we are imposing on." And we stayed and enjoyed the drag show.
Yeah, it was a great time.
It was amazing. So a lot of this has opened up our experiences, because we now have gone all around this city and met great people, learned things about each other. We've had our fights. We also fight a lot too, but not real fights. Like Lamar doesn't text back fast enough for me.
I don't know. Like, does anybody relate to this? Because I feel like when I have to text people, I get anxious. Does anybody feel like that? Yeah, like, so I just
You're
feel
insane. You're all insane. It's the easiest thing to do. Just text back.
Like, it's so hard for me. Like, it's like when I get home, I'll do it. But then when I get home, I forget, right? And I don't do it. And then, but it's not personal. It's just like,
we'll be sitting at Lamar's house, drinking wine, watching The Breakfast Club. And Lamar will get a text.
We love each other is what we're saying.
Yeah.
I think.
And Lamar will get a text and pull out his phone and look at it and then just throw it back on his couch. I go, Lamar, why you do that? Like, what's the point?
I don't know.
Respond to the text message.
It's just so hard for me to type. Like, I don't like typing. I don't like trying to figure it out. I don't like any of it. But so I just I rather if I could not have a phone, I just wouldn't. But I apologize for any time I haven't texted anybody back because I want to text them back. I feel it in my mind like even last night I was supposed to text somebody back. They text me in the morning and asked me what I was doing on tonight for Friday night. And I went to work, and then I got off, and then I looked at it, and I said, I should respond to this. But for some reason, I didn't. And I was just like, why didn't I not respond to this? And then I woke up in the morning, like, all right, now let me respond. And she was like, why didn't you text me back yesterday? Like, very upset. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I have no reason. It's just not, it's just not working.
It's crazy. I can't stand it. It's his biggest flaw. That, and he doesn't book travel arrangements fast enough. A couple weeks ago, we had bought a lot of new clothes on ASOS, and what better way to celebrate that than taking a boys' trip to Palm Springs and staying at the Ace Hotel.
ASOS.
I had my two-piece popping. Oh boy!
Yeah.
I was on check my Instagram. You'll all like it. And
a lot of likes on that.
Yeah. Taking pictures by the pool, and I'm like, yo, Lamar, get your ticket. Get your hotel. Book your hotel because the sale is on right now. You got to get the hotel now. And he'll just go, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it when I get home. It's like, text him later. Yo, Lamar, did you do it? Nah, I'll do it tomorrow. I was like, you're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything.
That's my thing. See, what I don't like about Carl is that he's too invested into my travel plans. It's like, why are you so invested in when I'll get there?
Because I'm not trying to be in Palm Springs by myself in a two-piece. It's a boys' trip.
I promise I'll be there. But, and of course, we always end up there.
We always end up there.
Paying
way more than we should have.
But yeah, I love Carl because also Carl's like such an original person too, like which I think is
like me.
No one's like her. And so for a while he was going through a phase where he was wearing cowboy hats, and I was like, and I supported it 100%, like a good friend would. And
cowboy hats and tracksuits was my thing
for
a couple weeks ago.
Time, yeah. Never stop. But our friends, our improv friends, had a party, and it was like a denim party. So it was like everybody wear denim to the party. So we're like, hell yeah, it's gonna be
it's a denim party, dog. Let's go shopping.
Yeah, let's go.
Like we love to do.
Yeah, and I get there right, and I'm like real high, looking around, and I'm like, it's funny when you see all your white friends dressed in denim. Because it's like, it looks like you're at it like in some sort of Trump America. And I was like, man, I feel uncomfortable all of a sudden. All my friends look like Trump supporters right now. And I'm like, let me go holler at Carl. And then he got the cowboy hat on. It was like straight up, I didn't see him from Get Out. Just like, hey, partner, how you doing? I was like,
my favorite song is Ghetto Cowboy by Bone Thugs and Harmony. Everybody download it. I think that's our time, Lamar.
All right, cool.
Get out of here. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Now that is friendship, and I love it. Oh, you guys, thank you for listening to another wonderful, magical episode.
From the bottom of our hearts and the tops of our butts, we thank you for listening. Guys, if you could subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, and if you're there and you're hitting that subscribe button, if you wouldn't mind rating and reviewing the show.
Positive ratings and reviews only. You know about my emotions.
Yes. I believe you read one review where they didn't like our voices and you spiraled.
So I'm just saying, don't contribute to the problem, okay? Yeah. I don't come in here because I have high self-esteem. So whatever you bring to the table, be cool about it. So you guys, hit us up, all right? At Andy and Naomi on Twitter, at Couples Therapy Pod on Instagram. Individually, I'm at Blacktress. He is at Andy Beckerman. If you want to see us live, go to couplestherapypod.com where we keep all of our show dates and ticket links.
Yes. And if you live in New York, September 17th at Union Hall, going to be a great show. Bowen and Matt from Las Culturistas is going to be on. And you get tickets at couplestherapypod.com. October 6th in Los Angeles, Max Silvestri and Gabe Liedman. Alice Wetterland, ton of great people. Again, you can get tickets at couplestherapypod.com. I hope to see you at a live show. All right, Naomi, this has been wonderful getting to spend this little time with you. And soon we'll have dinner together and then watch TV. And that's our day. So thank you all for listening with us. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Couples therapy.
My name is Danny Shapiro, and I'm the host of Family Secrets, a podcast that dusts off the family portraits lining the walls and peers deeply into the eyes of the people we're connected to. Join me and my guests on the journey. Family Secrets begins on Thursday, February 14th. Listen to Family Secrets on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you just can't wait to hear more about my family secret, my new book, Inheritance, has just been published. Pick it up wherever books are sold.